We all the way live. Woo! We're all the way live. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. So, this is a lunch live. I'm here at lunch, and you know, a situation happened today, and I thought this would be a really great topic to bring to people because it's just too many minions. It's just too many minions around, too many sheep. And it's funny because people will just tolerate a bunch of stuff. And even though like the person that's lead well not, I shouldn't do it with the person, but the person who's leading, the leading person or people who are leading, they are clowns and they're goofies. But people follow, and it's like it makes you feel like, well, what's going on? Like, what happened to free will? What happened to people actually having a brain and listening and saying like it's okay? I have this thing in my house, right? It's like a little statue, and it says, why do you try so hard to fit in when you were born to stand out? And it's true, but people are so scared to be alone. Like, I go through a journey all the time by myself. And let me tell you, the road is long and it's dark and it's scary, and I'm by myself. But you know what? So what? So this is how I see life being. So there's a lane, right? And you're on this lane with all these different people, and everybody's like, yeah, da da da. And then you get to a crossroads, and you know you have to go left, and everybody wants to go right because this is the easiest path. It's just straight. It's clear. It's lit, and you just like, okay, I'm gonna go. And everybody's like, we're all going over here, but like this is the way to go. And it's scary, and you're not quite sure what's going to be, and you're by yourself, but you just need to go by yourself and try it. Now eventually you're going to get to the point where you meet again, right? And what happens a lot of times when you have to struggle and you're going through all this stuff, and you might have to go through a road that it's rocky and it's unstable, and it's dark, and you're going through weeds and trees, and you're gonna get frustrated, and you're gonna get defeated because you're like, I'm not gonna be able to make it, right? So good afternoon, Rob. You're going to eventually get to that path again, right? And you're going to meet up with those people. Now some of those people are going to say, hey, what's going on? Like, how was it? And you're gonna be like, it's hard. It's horrible. And they're gonna be like, deuces, I'm gonna go on this path, right? And they're gonna keep going the easy way in life when you just really need to just go and try that hard path. And you just have to remember, you can't be a minion. You can't be a minion. Happy Thursday. Things are good. I was just talking about how I just see so many people out here that just they don't want to do anything. They just don't want to thrive in life. They just want to take the easy road. They love being complacent. But you know what? When you're complacent, you're going to stay in that. You're going to stay that way. And so it's so crazy that I was looking at some analytics, and people was just like, oh, you're like, people will just say, oh, you're vegan. That's stupid. Eat meat, all this kind of negative stuff, right? But then you can have somebody over here that just spent $20,000 for a Birkin bag, and you're like, oh, like the video, like it. Why? Because other people like it? That's not even your life. But I just feel like we're at a point right now in our life where people just don't want to be individuals. Everybody just want to be wrapped up in this really paper cookie kind of world. Hey girl, dad. We just need to just get out of it. We just need to get out of our way. And I think that's what's happening right now. So everybody's saying hi to each other. That's amazing. And that kind of is my second point about community. And you need to vibe with the people that vibes with you, because not everybody's going to be there. And it's crazy how small it is. You know, it's okay to have a small circle. It's okay not to have a bunch of friends around you at all times. You know what? You get one good person in your life. You're straight. You get a couple of people in your life that's going to put you on the right path. That's all you need. But people look at celebrities, people look at um all these, like, you know what? We don't even have actors anymore. What happened to the actors? We don't have actors, right? And then you got the people like P. Diddy, you got the what's the guy from LA? The one from Death Row. You got these people out here and they're gone, they're locked up, they're in prison. They're not in jail. They're in prison. So that shows you right there how it is. Hey, R3. We're just talking about like being an individual. We're talking about, taking that road, that path in life that's gonna may not lead you, with a lot of people. It's gonna get lonely. But you have to be able to say to yourself, you know what? It's gonna work out for your favor. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I don't know how we got because I'm big on analogies. I will use an analogy in a minute, right? So I had said, when you gamble, and it's the same in life. When you put high rewards, when you take high risks, you get back high rewards. Welcome in, welcome in. No, I don't speak Russian. So it's the same thing with life. You have to be able to take risks. But the higher the risk that you take in life, the bigger payout you're going to get. But people are just so scared. They rather just hold on to what little crumbs they have and just say, I'm going to keep my crumbs. And they just keep their crumbs. They don't even do nothing with their crumbs. But you know what you can do? Oh my God, please forgive me for saying this. You could take those crumbs, put them out, attract a bird, and now you got a whole bird meal. Or you can do the same thing with if you fish. You could take those little crumbs, throw them out, attract fish, and then now you're eating fish. But you have to let it go. At the end of the day, you have to let it go. You have to be able to look at the bigger picture. And I think in life, we're just not looking at the bigger picture. Hi, Tyson. I would say, if you have money, make your money work for you, right? Now, I'm not talking about, take all your money and just, invest everything and you don't have nothing. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. But everybody has something like some kind of like reserve, right? So take your reserve and make it work for you, right? If you do have money, I always tell people, if you like bank at these big banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, what you need to do is find you a small bank that has really high returns. Do you know right now at Bank of America, I don't even think the percentage, the savings account, like the percentage is something like less than 1%. That's crazy. Because I thought I said something that said like 3%, but it was actually like 0.03%. What is that? That's a fraction of a penny. But that's what's going on right now in the world. Like savings bonds. People don't do savings bonds anymore. It's nuts. PNC. I'm not quite sure, Tyson, but there are certain, like I do Pataco Bank is a good one. They have a really good money market account. If you have a savings account, put the money in a money market account. you'll be surprised. You take that money, even if you like every so often, what I would do is I'll take money from my accounts and I will put it in like wherever the money I'm making money, that's where my money goes. Okay, I can get this much percent. Okay, I'm putting it in there. But you have to be careful too because people got wise on that. So they'll be like, oh, they'll only pay up to, I just say 5,000. Pay up only to 5,000. So why would you put more than 5,000 to put 5,000, get that money off that 5,000 and then take your money somewhere else, put the money on top of that? You just got to be smart. Now, I know that everybody doesn't have that. Rob, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. You guys are funny. But what I'm just saying is like, just stop. Okay, so let me tell you the example that motivated me today. So I'm in this meeting and everybody is just like, oh, everything is great. Yes, yes. And the person who's, in a meeting, they're like, yes. And we're going to wear, I'm make up something crazy. We're going to wear red shoes and we're going to wear red jackets, right? Just saying. Everybody's like, yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great. But then we break out in these like little subgroups and they're like, that's a horrible idea. Well, why would you say something you need to say something, right? Because if it's a horrible idea, but people are scared. They're scared to step out. They're scared to get up. Me personally, I don't care. Look, as long as I could do my job, if you want me to wear pajamas and flip-flops with a beanie with one of those things that spin, hey, what? I don't care. But some people do, and they have their reasons. It's like, regardless, say how you feel. People scared to lose their jobs. It's a job. You get another one. I mean, I don't think you can. I mean, I don't think they can fire you for that, but maybe they can fire you from that. Rob said, I ain't never scared. I mean, that's my attitude too. I mean, I remember I was working at a place and I was so stressed out. I did not. I mean, I love my job because I worked with kids and families and they always bring me joy, but it's like the leadership was horrible, right? And so they would just they kept putting things in the place that didn't make any sense, right? And so I was like, be very vocal. I did get released from that job, but I wasn't crazy because once they released me, the place got closed down. So they should listen to me. They should listen to me. But I was the one that was keeping it together. And I just say that to say, not to be gloating, because of course it hurt my heart. But there was other places the kids could go. But I say that to say is like, stand up for yourself, and say something. It's like, because if I would just continue to have them change it, it would have been detrimental to the parents. It would have been detrimental to all the kids. Hey, Tyson, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. My Christmas and New Year's is great, and it's going really well. Folks don't understand that mentality because they do fire you. You're ready to get something to fire you. Right. So I want to say this. Before they fire you, just find something else. Like if you're unhappy with a job, just go find another job, right? And then in the meantime, look for another job. And if you're so unhappy, because who wants to work with people who don't want their job? You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, I always try to level up, right? Wherever job I am, because I mean, you should always be trying to get to a higher kind of level, regardless of where you are. And I don't have a problem coming in entry level and then boop, working my way up, because it happens for me. It just happens for me all the time like that. But if you're in a situation, yeah, you gotta be happy. But see, I find joy outside of money from my job, so that's what keeps me here. But you always need to have a why. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And if your why makes sense, then you're good. Exactly. A lot of people don't look to level up. Like I said earlier, they're just very complacent. They just want to stay where they are. And when you do that, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You really are, because I don't know, you got to be happy. You got to be happy. Right? You got, I mean, exactly. Let me tell you, when I was younger, oh my God, I talked about this before. I've had about, when I was younger, I had like 50 jobs. Like when I would get my, my W4s, was it W4s? I would get like 3 or 4 of them every year because I would go through so many jobs, and I'd just be like, I don't need. But I was staying at home. I was staying at home, so I didn't have to worry about like rent or bills or nothing like that. So, but now I can't, I really can't do that. Like, I have to be very intentional and stuff like that. And, I'm not gonna lie, I was a hothead. And that's what I try to do. That's what I try to do. I try to motivate people, I try to inspire people. Just like not be a hothead, be chill, right? And so I'm thinking about like bringing more content like that, like how to have a level head. Because I'm gonna tell you something, learning about all the ologies. I had a series called Killology. Shout out to Victoria for giving me that idea. But I love all the ologies: anthropology, sociology, psychology, all of the psychologies, because it really shows you how to deal with people and how to act. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. I have a friend who lives in Alabama, and she was having a really hard time. And so I paid her bill for her, right? But I'm thinking, like, out here in California, we pay so much. It's crazy. But I guess it was kind of like a humbling experience for me as well, because like sometimes like it makes me realize I have nothing to complain about. I have nothing to complain about. And I was just sharing that with a really dear friend today, how me myself, as long as my needs are provided for, I'm good. you know and my needs are provided for. Like, I have food, I have my lunch right here, and then when we eat in a minute, I have a roof over my head, um food, well, I said food, but a roof over my head, are clothes for my back, so I sleep in a warm bed. So I'm very blessed, and that's sort of the things that's important. Yes, it does equal out. So it was funny because I was listening to someone, and they were talking about how they are in New York, and you can make, say, $100,000. I mean, you can make $100,000 in California, but I'm just saying, you like, say you make $100,000. Well, $100,000 to some people, some places might be like, oh my God, $100,000, but then you paying $3,000 for rent. $4,000 for rent. So like you said, you're right. It all evens out. Right. Just look at what you need. And I think so many people nowadays, they forget about the stuff they need and they focus on the things they want. And that's when you make yourself crazy in the head, and kind of like depressed, because it's like, I want this, I want that. But it's like you want, I'm just making Mercedes Benz. I'm not a car person, but it's like you want a Mercedes Benz, but you can afford I would say Hyundai, because back in the day it was like, oh, that was like a cheap car. But shoot, Hyundais are expensive. Hyundais are expensive. You would think, yeah, you would think like, oh, a Honda. Nah, everything is just changing now. This world is just changing. It's just crazy. But you know what, Rob? You have to realize too, if you don't know, how are you going? I mean, if you don't know any better, how are you going to do better? And I think that's the reason why people don't want to learn, because when you learn and you know better, you're supposed to do better. But if you never learn, then you have an excuse not to do better. Oh, Metro. Is Metro Metro Pockets. Right. It's just like why people say, you have what is that, champagne taste on a beer budget kind of thing. I don't know. I don't drink champagne. I don't like champagne. A lot of people do, but it's not for me. But it is true. But you know what? But I know a lot of people with money. I mean, deep. When I say deep pockets, and they shop at Walmart. They might have a Metro PCS. They have the understanding in the mindset of why am I giving these designers my money? You know, you have a $20,000 purse, you get the same purse from the little Asian store down the street for $30. And the way how you present yourself, people think it's real. So that's why you gotta think of it. Rob said, right. Sometimes you try to tell folks, but they have to learn the hard way. I know. Deep pockets, how much land they own. Well, let me tell you something. I was just having a conversation with someone, or listening to a conversation about like land. And I really feel like if you're owning land, that's so different. A lot of people don't own land. They own, well, technically, you don't really own nothing. You really don't. I mean, because you're constantly paying taxes and insurance. It's forever. It's just like I was talking about this condo that I was thinking about buying in Atlanta, and it has HOAs, and HOAs was like $900. That's crazy for life. Just think you'd be $900. You could just get you a small little apartment and don't have to worry about the other stuff. Yes, I feel like people need to, like, if you're gonna buy what is that called? Retail property, or they call it retail property? Um, it's on the tip of my tongue. I need to eat. It's interesting you say that. That was a message. What do we really own? What do we really own? I mean, ourselves. That's the only thing that we own. That's the only thing that really we have control over. So that's why I always tell people, and I know it's like beating a dead horse, but take care of yourself. You only have one body, you know? So once that's gone, it's gone. If right now you cut off my arm, I don't have an arm. Now I can nowadays they have it where you can put like a fake arm, not a fake arm, but like like a surgical arm, whatever, on. But you can't grow body parts. So take care of it. Like once you lose your liver, it's gone. Once your kidneys is gone, it's gone. A robotic arm. No, but they call it something else. I mean, yes, it's called a robotic arm, but it's called something else. But my point is, take care of what we have. Take care of your family. Take care of ourselves. Yeah. You can. You want a robotic art, E? Oh, the swamp thing. Oh my God. I remember the swamp thing. That was funny. A prosthetic arm. That's what I was trying to think of. A prosthetic arm. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you. I'm a robotic arm. But they do. Remember the robotic man? That's crazy. But I have to go. But thank you guys. Thanks, E, for popping in. I appreciate you. Thank you, Rob, for popping in. And Tyson. And I don't know what's the other guy that was speaking Russian. I don't speak Russian. I don't speak Russian. But girl dad, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody stopping in. I be looking at girls dad content, and I just be thinking, just shaking my head like, oh, I can't eat none of that. I couldn't even go to dinner at his house. I just imagine going to his house and they just got butter on the floor. I don't know. He's always, everything is so creamy and stuff, but that part. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rob, for having my back. Yeah, that was crazy. But thanks everybody for coming in. Yeah, I appreciate it. And before I go, just want to say, if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye, everybody. Have a great Thursday. See you later. Bye bye.